So today we are going to work out IR sensor and photodiode. So let us see first of all a photodiode. So here you can see a photodiode and this is IR LED. So the black one which you see here is photodiode. Let us see its connection and then we'll discuss about the circuit. So here you can see that this is a opaque body to visible light, and there are two connections. One is longer compared to others. So the longer one is positive anode and the shorter one is cathode. So this is the identification. This is plus, this one is plus, and this is minus. The shorter one is minus. The other identification is, you can see a collar here. This is called as collar. This projection is called as collar. So this collar will be flat at the negative side. So now I am going to slightly tilt it and you will find that there is a flat surface. This collar is being flat. Okay. So you can see in the shining light that here this surface is flat, not round surface. So this flat one is connected to negative, okay, the shorter one. So you can say this is the shorter one and this is what is the negative connection, correct? So you can see now this is flat surface and this is not a flat surface. So this side is negative, which is a shorter one. Fine. So this is how a diode looks like. There are other ways in which it looks. There are other models in which it is little bit transparent. Okay. And here you can see the same. The longer one is positive and the shorter one is negative. And in the longer one you can see that there is a flag. We call it flag. This flag is bigger. There is a bigger flag which is connected to negative, and shorter one is positive. Similarly, same thing will be there with IR LEDs. So these LEDs emits infrared, and this longer flag, we call it, this flag is negative. The longer one, the bigger one is negative, and it is connected to a shorter length connection. Fine. So this is how IR LED will be there, and we have photodiode in opaque. This is opaque to visible source of light, correct? For IR it is transparent. Now we'll see the circuit. In this circuit, which you can see here, in this circuit you can see that we have connected the LED in forward bias and photodiode in reverse bias. So this is positive and this is the LED, we call it transmitter. So this is IR LED, or we show the sign like this. This is IR LED, light is coming out from this one, and this is diode. So the photo emissions will come in this way, correct? So this is photodiode. Fine. This is connected with 100 kilo ohm resistance, and LED is connected with 330 kilo ohms. 330 ohms, not kilo ohm. 330 ohm only. Fine. 330 ohms. And then you can see that positive is connected to positive and negative is connected to negative. So this is connected in forward bias, and here you can see positive is connected to negative. So this is in reverse bias. So let us create first of all this circuit for IR LED, then we'll create the circuit for photodiode. So let us start making the circuit. So we have taken a breadboard, and then we have a power supply as usual, the same multi-channel power supply we have used, and here we will use only one channel, the other channel is free. So this one channel, single channel power supply will be utilized here. Now we'll try to create the circuit. So we have already inserted a resistance of 100 kilo ohm, and let us see the other part of the circuit. So now here will try to put the LED. So first of all, we are trying to make the circuit for LED as shown in this figure. So it will be in forward bias, so the positive will be connected to the positive and negative terminal is connected to negative. So the shorter one is negative, so I am connecting it here. Negative is connected here, fine, and I'll just bend towards here. Now I have to connect the power supply. So the black wire is ground, I have connected ground here, and the red wire is positive. It's a very simple circuit. Now it is connected, and we have to connect it with 5 volt supply. So I will connect with 5 volt supply and switch on the power supply. So this LED is on. You may see little difference while it gets on, because this is IR, so it's difficult to observe whether it is on or not. Now we will create the circuit for photodiode similarly, but in the reverse bias with 100 kilo ohm resistance. So here you can see the circuit, and accordingly we want to create the photodiode here. So what we will do, we will try to create the circuit with 100 ohm resistance. So we will just insert here. So we have inserted a 100 ohm resistor. Now we will insert the photodiode in reverse bias. So this black one is negative, so we'll put the positive connection with negative and negative with positive. So now it is in reverse bias, correct? So now when we switch on, we'll be able to have a working model of diode. Now we will see the voltage output across 100 ohm resistance. As per the circuit, we will see the voltage output VO across this 100 kilo ohm resistance. So here is VO that we wanted to check. So I have the multimeter probe, which I am going to connect here across 100 kilo ohm resistor. So here is one, yeah. So this is how it is connected, and now I am going to see the voltage output here. Now here on the multimeter we are going to check the voltage output. So I will just switch on with 5 volt supply. So now in order to make a clean circuit, I have removed the IR circuit, and here you can see we have only diode now in the circuit with 100 kilo ohm resistor, okay, and in reverse bias. Now we'll check the performance. You can see that we have supplied 5.1, or let us make it 5 volts. 5 volt supply is given, so it is exactly 5 volt now. And when we cover this fellow, okay, when we put hindrance to the light coming over that, the value goes down. That is the value across this resistor. So when you try to cover this, the value goes down. When you fully cover it, it will be very less, and when you leave it, it is high, okay. So that is how we make a simple circuit. Now we'll try to measure the performance of the circuit by some other methodology we'll see just now. So now in order to sense the sensitivity, we try to make a setup here. So what I have done here, you can see that this diode I have connected with 2 jumper wires, correct, blue and red. Blue is negative and red is positive, which I have connected to these wires, red and black, and then I have placed these two wires in the corresponding position in the circuit. This is the negative end of the diode and this is the positive end of the diode, which is connected in reverse bias. At the same time, you can see the reading out of that as we have obtained earlier. And now when I am putting it to the, just capturing it, you can see that it has gone down, and then when you expose to the light, okay, it moves up. Now what we will do, we'll try to prepare a sliding arrangement through which I can measure at what distance, okay, when it moves in an enclosed area, enclosed space, the intensity change with the distance. So that's what we are trying to do. So using these connections, what I have done, I have prepared a sleeve, correct, in which I have this sensor placed. You can see this sensor is inside, photodiode is inside here, correct, and this is a small sleeve of 35 centimeters long, and this is the wire which is connected to our original circuit. Now you can see the output, it is 4.7 or something, and then when you close it, you are going to decrease. Now what we will do, we have a hollow sleeve here ready. This is also 35 centimeter long, so this is also a hollow sleeve, correct, and in this we are going to insert this fellow, correct, and that is how we are going to make a variable length. Okay, now you can see, since this is total dark, and even if I push it to the forward side, nothing is going to happen until this opening I expose to light. So when I totally close it, you can see it is 0, approximately 0, okay, and when I take it out, you can see there is marginally any change in light, and when it comes out, you can see that it is 4.7, correct. So what we will do, we will connect a IR source here at this end, correct. Here we will connect an IR source, and using scale we will measure that how much has been inserted in this sleeve, and then distance versus intensity of this voltage can be measured. So that is how we will be able to make a small sensor which can find out the distance. So here you can see that we have prepared a circuit for IR LED and IR diode separately, and you can see that the output is in the light is somewhere 4.77 volts. Now what we will do, we'll just roughly do it before doing the actual experiment. I will just put this hollow sleeve end over this one, correct, so that it can receive the IR from one end, and from other end I am going to insert this diode sleeve. So let me put in that way so that we can see the vertical things. So now what I am going to do, I have this IR LED here, which you can see, and you can see the reading here, and now I'm having this sleeve where I have inserted. So probably you can see this is the one which we have already made, correct, and this is the sleeve. Now in this sleeve you can see the output as well. So now I am going to keep this diode near to this IR, and you can see it is sensitive to IR, and readings are going to be increased around 4.9. okay, this is the closest position, and even if it go away, it remains like that, correct, and when you change the direction, you can see that it is getting deviated, and when it is totally aligned to this IR, we get max, I think, 4.96. So let us see that what happens when you do the same in an enclosed environment. So I am going to put this sleeve over this one, and from this opening I am going to insert this flow. You can see that even now it is not so less, it is 4.7 or something, 7.8, and the moment I keep it on bringing near to the IR, the reading slightly increases. Okay, and now at this point it is almost touched. It has almost touched. Okay, both sleeves are having same length, and IR is almost, we have kept it up to this point, and you can see that IR sensor is having this much height. Fine. So what you can see, what is the observation, that it doesn't make a large difference. 4.85 and then slowly little bit higher. So this will not work. Fine. So what we need to do, I need to reduce this IR radiations from this LED, either by power supply or by making some physical hindrance. So this power supply is fixed at 5 volt. Now you can see it is 5 volt, this one, and I cannot take it below that. So what I will do, I'll make a physical hindrance over that. I take a paper, a piece, and put over this one, so that we believe some of the IR is getting covered here. Now let us do it again. You can see it is now in millivolt because it is in dark. Okay, when I totally close it, it is going to be almost 1 millivolt. Now with this I am going to keep it here. Okay, let us put it properly, and then I am going to put the sleeve here. Now the IR is covered, and now I am going to introduce this one. So you can see it is in millivolts. Okay, let us move it little bit closer to the IR, take it down, and you can see instead of 4.7 you are getting 0.6 volts at approximately half this distance, and then you moment you come closer to this one, it gets increasing, and then it is almost touching now 4.86, correct. So this will probably work. So let us take out the readings. Okay, or we can do one thing, we can reduce the output from this IR by applying some resistor, okay, to this point, so that we can have a fixed IR coming out from this LED. So now we have set the voltage value of LED as this IR LED as 1.5 volts, and now we are going to test it. So this diode is giving 4.8 volts, and when you come near to this one, it gives max 4.86 also. And when you see the length of these two sleeves, it is almost equal, and it is measured as 35 centimeters. Both are almost equal, and this diode is approximately when you bring this black line of this diode sleeve near to this, then you are exactly touching the LED and diode, correct. Now we'll start the experimentation and see that whether we get a correct value or not. So instead of putting some resistor, I have reduced the voltage value. So now let us say it is 35, and this will be, let us measure how much is this distance. So this IR source is now at 1.5 centimeter, okay, or you can say 1 centimeter, because yeah, at 1 centimeter. And now I am going to put it here, and this distance is presently approximately 34 centimeter now, and this is the output which you get, correct, at 34 centimeter. Now I am slightly going to increase this distance, and you will see that it has reached to 0.5 volts, then little bit more, it has reached to 1.12, and now it is 2 volts, and it comes more near to this one, 4.7 volt, and when this black line comes near to this one, you are exactly touching the diode, and I can feel this is 4.8 0.85, correct? So that is how we make our distance measuring sensor. Now let us try to note down some reading. So what I will do, I will just take it out and tell you the values. This is at 34 centimeter, okay, approximately 34 centimeter, and then when you take 2 centimeters down, so let me measure it. So you just measure what is the, this is, we start with 34 centimeters, correct? Here we start at 34 centimeter. This is 34 centimeter reading. I am going to take it 2 centimeter down. So 28 to 26. So this is 2 centimeter down. Then again 2 centimeter down. Then again next 2 centimeters. Then again next 2 centimeters. Then again next 2 centimeters. 2 centimeter. Then again next 2 centimeters. Then again 2 centimeters down. Then again 2 centimeters down. Again 2 centimeters down. Again 2 centimeter down, and we have almost reached to the saturation value. Anyway, so now I am doing it by 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter, next 0.5, next 0.5, next 0.5, next 0.5, next 0.5, and again next 0.5, next 0.5, and again 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, again 0.5, then 0.5, and it is almost same. Next 0.5, then again 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and again 0.5, then 0.5, and exactly 0 distance. So this is the measurement of the photodiode versus photo LED, this IR LED. So this is what all about this one. We will do another one with the reflective mode now.